Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram, and this is fucking talking shit with Eagle. This is episode 183. I hope you guys had an amazing start to a prosperous week. You have amazing guests for you guys tonight. Returning guests, Hope Farms, Al and Hope. Pleasure to have you guys back and get a little update with you guys and see how you are doing. Welcome.
Welcome.
Tell us first and foremost how we can find you again, because I know Instagram has been a little bit of a butthead and taken out one of your accounts. So let's remind everybody first and foremost where they can find you.
We can find me at all lowercase at hope.farms, PHARMS. So the same exact tag, just removing the dash and putting a dot. And that's me with my logo. And that's us, I should say. And you can tell it's me.
You'll recognize the page.
Yeah, you'll recognize the page. You can tell it's really me, even though there's a lot of fraud going on. So we've had that happen too in the last several.
That can be so. Thank you, Jack. You're amazing. I don't know if you can. Are you guys able to keep up with chat or see chat on another device or on this one?
No.
Just so you can see people in chat. But if not, no big deal. Nice. No worries. Now
we're
I
not
can't
that
see you.
good at this.
We're old folks.
Yeah, we're old.
Don't
forget that part.
That's okay. Jack,
So what
Jack Greenstock's already got us covered.
That's right.
He's got your link to your guys' Instagram already in chat for everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Right, awesome.
That's
very
cool.
Good.
So, what did you got any questions for us, or because I have a couple questions for you?
Yeah.
All right.
Good
let's
ones.
Go there.
Not personal
there.
stuff. Don't worry. Not personal stuff.
Oh, why?
Okay. So right now in California, we're outdoor. We're in the middle of harvest, right? So my question to you is, what does outdoor growing look like in Michigan? I mean, or does it even exist? I mean, I'm sure it does, right?
Oh yeah. It's pretty prevalent right now, both in outdoor and greenhouses. The smarter people have gotten smart and went to greenhouses right off the bat. I mean, they got that first experience with Michigan recreational outdoor, and we had some problems with PM that were pretty widespread last year, and those that went through that battle and quickly put up some greenhouses this year. So it's pretty good. I mean, and again, because of rec, it is too plentiful, because every house can now have 12 plants per household legally.
Oh wow! So it's kind of like here.
So now,
good,
yeah. So now, mysteriously, every grandpa, brother,
That's
uncle,
right.
Yeah,
cousin
that's funny.
has used it or not, has seemed to have some stash.
That's true.
Right?
My parents
it's pretty
do.
plentiful right now.
Oh, it's funny here, man. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, everybody's going just ape shit right now because we're in the middle of harvest, you know. And outdoor here is like, fuck, it's so easy. I mean, you know, we don't have rain in the summer. We don't have nothing. Maybe a little bit of wind and that's it. But it's sunny every single day. I mean, this shit literally grows like wildfire outside.
Oh, rub it in.
Oh no.
No. I mean,
Gotta love those indoor grows.
I always wondered, you know, I know they grow a lot of hemp back east and everything. And as a grower, I'm thinking exactly what you said, PM. I'm thinking, shit, how do you keep anything from molding? So then when you put a greenhouse over it, I'm thinking, shit, that would make the moisture even worse, I would think. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they, you just have to keep it well ventilated. You have to be on top of that shit.
Yeah.
But it's, it's worse. It's the better of the evils, I guess, because like up here in northern Michigan, last week, we had a couple of days where it was 80 degrees, swung down to 39 that night,
Right.
couple of 59-degree days, couple of 29-degree nights. Now it's going to be like maybe 74, 80 this week, and
Wow.
then rains mixed in with that. So as you can hear, that sounds to me like a recipe for PM.
Oh my
That
God.
big
Yeah.
swing and moisture involved there.
Right. Right. That's
So
got to be rough. And us here, we're in SoCal. So we're actually in the low desert. So we've been experiencing highs in the one teens, man, in the high one teens, like 115, 116. And, it's a trip. But the
holy shit.
beautiful plant that it is, it just sucks it up. As long as you give it enough water, it grows like crazy in this heat. It's nuts.
How's
See,
how's
that's
the?
one of the, you've kind of hit one of the,
Go ahead. Go.
I was just going to say, you kind of hit one of the things that has always perplexed me a little bit. I mean, it can survive outside, and actually, I think the terpenes kind of increase a little bit, maybe fatten up in size from the heat and the stress of the extra, intense
Yes.
sun. Uh, but indoors, we're running around. Oh God, it's 85. It's 85. I gotta fucking,
Right. Yeah.
you
True.
know.
No, that's very true. Some years back, I'm also into wine. So some years back, I went uh, and became a level one sommelier. So I went up to Napa Valley and took a couple wine classes up there, and actually went up there one time and took a 4-day course with a winemaker and walked the vineyards and watched how they grow the grapes and how they harvest with a little meter called a bricks level meter and everything. And the theory you just laid out is exactly true in viticulture, which is the growing of grapes, that the hotter the weather, the sweeter the wine, believe it or not. Crazy. But you were right. You hit the nail on the head.
So, I guess you'd be, well, I don't want to run off too far in one direction without, I know Hope had a question there, but I mean, I've got questions.
No,
I got questions.
keep going.
Uh, well, with your wine experience, we've been talking a lot about this lately, and I guess this would apply directly to like terroir. What are your thoughts on terpenes possibly being transferred through the soil, from
Through
one
the soil.
plant to
Okay.
another? Do you think that
That's a
happens from?
That's a really good question, and because that comes up in the wine world all the time. Because in the world of wine, you have two different theories. You got the theory of the winemaker, those are the people that grow the grapes and make the wine, and then there's us, the sommeliers. So we're kind of, as a sommelier, you're kind of a little bit a thorn in the winemaker's ass, so to speak, because we're trained to see, sniff, and sip wine, and there's a process that they teach you that you go through, and you can get pretty freaking close to where in the what grape it is and where in the world that wine was grown by the structure of the whole wine.
So that should be true in cannabis, is what Al is saying.
Yes.
Nice. and I, so that's the way in the cannabis world. That weighs like 50-50. I think 50 believe and 50 are like, man, it's just not possible. But I'm a believer, for simple reasons, as I've been pointing out lately, uh, for like fruit fermented feedings, taking up some flavor in that
Yeah.
aspect, much in the way that ornamental flower will take up color through
Yeah.
watering,
Yes.
sitting in
Yeah.
a pot. Why wouldn't it, in the same way, take up flavor and leave it in the flower, much
Oh
like
yeah.
it's
No,
in an ornamental
I
flower, it'll
I
leave color in its
absolutely
leaves.
yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
So I can give you a prime example. In Chablis, that's a region of France where they make Chablis. It's a Chardonnay grape, and it's grown in a certain area, right? Okay, so us sommeliers, when we blind taste a Chablis, we smell oyster shells, lemon, that type of structure, right? Now, the wine growers, they say that it's impossible. You can't taste the soil through the grapes, right? Then how does somebody blind taste a wine and call oyster shells when the region of Chablis is built on, well,
Oyster
not
shell.
built, but it's on, there's oyster shells in the soil. If you scrape your hand, you'll come up with oyster shells. But the winemakers say that it's not possible. But the sommeliers see it, smell it, and taste it every day.
Well, you brought up another point as well. I'm using the reference here of fermented fruit feedings, but the
Oh, yeah.
instance in like fish emulsions or
Right.
fish fertilizers.
Right.
I mean, if not, kind of weaned out, that's can be very apparent in bud too.
Yep.
So it's gotta, I just don't. It's gotta happen. It's just gotta
Yeah,
happen
I
in my book.
I, I agree 100%. Absolutely. I mean, even growing indoors in soil, when I shift from one soil to another, I can notice a difference in the flavor of the same exact flower. So I definitely believe in it. I don't think that there's any science to back it up, but I agree with you.
Al's got a sensitive tongue.
I'm also kind of wondering too if maybe some of these beautiful bud shots that we see aren't in fact due to some of these fermented fruit feedings that I was talking about, uptaking some of that color as well as maybe a little bit of the flavor, uh,
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
to get some of these really pretty bud shots we see.
I think it's the CO2.
Yeah, yeah, and we indoor. I do use a little CO2.
I don't see that to be a natural thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but you know what? What else I do is when at rest in 12-12 cycle, I tend to turn the AC down and get to try and simulate like Humboldt County, dark, cool nights and hot, sunny days, and I find that to really work.
Nice. I want to take this time to tell you guys too that I know I sent you guys a message, and I actually think well, I know my daughter Lexi sent a message, but I think that was like right around the time that your guys' account got taken down there. They
Yeah.
probably had the Pert Smurf Bud there in the
Uh-huh.
chat.
That's a
There.
cute name, Lexi.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I personally enjoyed the dust stick
Did
on
you?
air for that. What it probably took me about an hour and a half to 2 hours. It took me to smoke it on air, and
Yeah,
I
man,
was.
you gotta put that
I'm
thing
not
down.
ashamed to say I was wrecked. I was wrecked by the time of it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And
we're
thank
working
you. That
on
was
one.
very enjoyable.
Did you try any of the other fun things?
And then so were the other samples. I tried everything. I
Awesome.
tried everything, and I was
What'd you- what-
very happy with everything.
Yeah. Did you like the rub?
But what I wanted to most tell you about. That's what I'm getting to.
Okay.
That's where Lexi, my daughter, had she got in an accident like a few years ago now, and she still has this spot on the back of her leg that causes her a lot of woe. And when I got that, I was like, here, try this, because she has a lot of discomfort there, and nothing works right there. And she's been using that thing ever since.
She needs another one.
She noticed immediate relief from it, and
Yeah.
she was she is as well as when I received it. The day I received it, I got to give it a whole lot of credit, because the day I received it, I don't know what the hell I did. I don't know if it was. I must be very honest here. I believe I can say I don't know what I did, but I think I know what I did. I think I was punching the bag without warming up, and I threw a punch, and I kind of jammed up my neck and shoulder up, and it was like that for I hate being old. Getting old sucks. This was all jammed up for like 3 days. I was on the air like, oh God. And I got that, and I shit you not, that was like the first thing. I went through the box, and I was like, oh, yes. All across the shoulders.
Oh,
and
no, you used
about
a lot.
a half hour later, oh man, my whole neck cracked, and all right between my shoulders. It was like, I even said it on the air. You go back and watch that episode. I'm like, oh, this is the most I have moved in days. Oh yes,
That's awesome. That's so cool to hear. That's very cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
We put a lot of time into that recipe. That was a recipe we actually. No, thank you. I'm good. We actually looked at several that were on the market in the legal arena, and we obviously we didn't copy because the recipes aren't printed, but we assimilated and we made some changes. And because Al's farming, we are growing our own hot peppers and putting our own, hot pepper oil in and helping. It just was a wonderful combination of medication. And a funny story is, one day I was really hurting because I'm disabled and I have a lot of pain. And I was in bed complaining about my shoulder hurting really bad. And Al said to me, why don't you use your own medicine? And I'm like, nah, it ain't, it's just rub. And I was really hurting, so I tried it, and it was like you said, it was in seconds. I was better, and I thought, I said to Al, oh my God, it's like gone. All that aching is gone. And he said, well, they don't call you and order the stuff because they like you.
I tell you what, the oil. Oh man, I have good things to say about the oil too. I smoked the oil. I'm not even gonna lie. I smoked the oil. I'd like top dress, like I'd roll it up, and right before I licked it, I'd like practically write my name across the top of that joint, and which was very enjoyable. Enjoyable. And then I had a couple of tattoos I went through with that, and actually went through without even jumping. They were supposed to be, the top of my feet, to be honest with you.
All right, awesome.
And
That's good.
didn't even budge throughout the whole thing.
That's
and,
a really.
I was in there the other day too, and he was giving me props about that too. He's like, man, because he had some new artists in there. Then they were like checking out some of the old work there, and they were like, oh, does that hurt or did that hurt? And the tattoo guy was like, that guy don't fucking move an inch. He sits there like a rock, and I'm like, yeah, that's all due to the RSO oil.
That's funny. That's funny. Well, thank God for that. Thank
That's
God for
funny.
that part.
Yeah, no, you know, we get people all the time that ask us, hey, do you guys make gummies or you make this? I'm like, fuck no, we don't make fucking candy. We make medicine. If you want that, I'll give you a box of fucking candy and you can eat your candy with the fucking medicine. But no, we're real adamant about, it's gotta work, man. What the fuck? There's too much shit out there that's just too much fucking pixie dust out there.
There's a lot of
You know
pixie
what I
dust
mean?
out there. There must be you just away.
Oh, I agree. There's a lot of crap out there on the market. That's another subject I kind of been hitting on lately too, is discouraging oils on the market.
Yeah,
That
it's crazy out there.
can
There's a lot of
potentially sway people that are actually interested in the market, mainly the CBD market.
oh,
in particular.
absolutely. I'm with you on that one for sure. Absolutely. I mean, come on, CBD with just it's amazing what people are paying for 1 ounce of no THC CBD isolate. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy considering how much it is available.
Well,
too.
the problem is there's too many people taking CBD for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? So that's the biggest thing is like you run into these folks that they have pain or they have something wrong or whatever, and they want to order something, but they don't want no THC. You know what I mean? So,
Well,
so it's like, so give me the CBD, and it's like, it's hard to just sell people shit.
I won't.
So we wind up educating.
Yeah, you have to spend a lot of time.
It doesn't work for that. CBD,
I won't do it.
Got its thing, but if you've got back pain, CBD is probably not going to fix it.
Yeah. Not alone. Not alone.
Well, CBD, this is one of the things with that too. I think isolate is the worst culprit. The worst culprit of it all. To be honest with you, what I found as of late is CBD doesn't like to stay in your system that long. So
Right.
an isolate is in and out in like 10-15 minutes. 10-15 minutes. It may help you for 10-15 minutes and then it's out of your system because it's in such a concentrate form.
Yeah.
It just goes in and out. You need you actually need some THC as a carrier and a barrier to keep it in your system for like.
Oh yeah.
It
fully
has
agree.
to be.
Yeah.
It's an essential part of it.
Oh,
yes,
absolutely.
we actually don't
And
even have
there's
it.
other ways to eat it and keep it in there, but
That's right. We actually don't have any products that don't have
sorry, go ahead.
full spectrum THC. So we make sure that our CBD all has that little carrier that it needs in order to get to where you need it. I can't legit tell someone, here's a bottle of CBD and you're going to take it and feel all better and your cancer is going to be gone. I just can't wrap my hand around telling somebody that. And it does happen. And for like $100. So it's a lot of people, paying a lot of money for, I guess it's something there's something out there for everyone. So I guess you have to kind of look at it like that.
I think the CBD is out there. Well, again, it's said that it's out there everywhere. The gas stations, Walmart, the grocery station.
Costco,
I cringe every time that I see it somewhere because I've always questioned the quality right off the get. But I guess it's out there and it may work as a placebo for some folks.
Absolutely.
But I just don't think by itself it's the answer in any questions.
I agree with you. I think it is a good thing if it works as a placebo, though. I do have some clients that we do work like that sometimes, and as a placebo, and people think they're getting better. If they're feeling better, then they're getting better. So that is a good point that you bring up, actually. And but for the most part, you're absolutely right and hit the nail right on the head. That's how we feel as well. Yeah, we like the real stuff, and I like to have people call me back the next day and tell me they feel better. That's what I like.
That's
Or that they can move their neck around really
that's,
good and stuff when
always
they're
a
on
great
TV.
feeling. No one's
But yeah, you
right.
Right.
If you go back and watch that episode, you can actually see the thank you in my face as I crack my neck on air, because in the beginning it is so tight, and I actually do it again one more time on air, and it just cracks almost all the way down in between my shoulder blades, and I was like,
Awesome.
oh, almost
That's
like a
awesome.
Homer
So-
Simpson look right on air.
So did Lexi try it? Did Lexi try it?
Yes, she uses it almost every day. I mean,
Awesome.
that leg is a constant problem. I don't know. It's the weight. Well, I tell you, it's probably the way it healed, or the way the muscles healed. Because when she was actually ejected from a car going 100 miles an hour,
Oh.
I'm guessing, and everybody else is guessing, ass first, no seatbelt, outside
Ooh.
the passenger doors. So on the way out, she kind of hit the back of her head and in the back of her leg on the back of the door. So as
Oh.
she started to heal up, she ended up getting a hematoma that was the size of one of the better summer watermelons you can buy. I mean, it was,
Wow.
you
Oh
see
my
me, it was
gosh.
probably about that big, and it just it got hard, and they actually had to go in and cut it open and suck out most of the clot. I
Oh
mean, they went
wow.
in there and twice. They went in there. They cut her open and took out a good portion of it, and then left the wound open overnight, and then went in the next morning and did the same thing. Took a lot more out of it. So I almost think it's the way the muscle healed, on the way back around. But she still has problems with it.
Have her
But
reach out again, okay?
whereas I will. I mean, I actually, when she told me how much it was helping her, I says, exactly what you said, Hope. I says, these people do this for a reason, and it would probably make their day if you sent them a message.
Well, yeah, she should reach out
Told
just
them
because
how
I
much
can
she
get
had
I can
helped
get I
her.
can get her something else that can help her as well. So,
Yeah.
maybe we can get that to stop hurting and not be a constant pain in her ass.
Good one. It's power is too.
All right.
So hey man,
So
sorry to keep on the Michigan thing, but it kind of intrigues me that you guys, can pull off it, because I've always said from here, like our youngest daughter is in Kentucky, and she's at grad school, and so the kids there, they say that, man, they can't find any good weed anywhere, and in the state of Kentucky and everything, and I'm saying, I don't understand why. You can grow it indoors just like anywhere else, right? So another question, in Michigan, is it easy for you guys to find clones?
Yes and no. If you know some people, I mean, technically, we're not supposed to in clubs pass them. We can pass them from caregiver to caregiver, technically, and to patients, our patients, I think, and to licensed facilities. But I know I've seen people be thrown out of like caregiver clubs, if you will, for
Uh-huh.
passing clones. Just totally, you're out of here. That shit don't
You're out of
fly.
here.
I actually
Yeah.
seen, I actually seen. No, I mean, I actually so bad. I seen another caregiver that like the week prior, a patient had come in and was like, "Yeah, I please help me. I need some clones or a clone to get started, and they were like, yeah, we'll get in trouble for that. And so they arranged it to like the next following week they would meet in the parking lot and
Yeah.
pass it there,
Yeah.
not in this. And they caught it on tape, and they were banished from the
Oh,
club
Yeah. Yeah.
because of
You
that.
know,
And I thought, man, that's pretty shitty. We're supposed to be here for the patients, and just
yeah,
because
yeah.
they're helping a patient.
yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, I mean, as far as dispensaries go in California, even though there's weed everywhere in California, the law is they're up to dispensaries' asses here. I mean, they're it's like, okay, yep, you're up and they're ready to, and you're legal, but they're cameraed. I mean, there's no fudge room at all. But you know what we do have here is online. There's these big LA clone houses, in downtown LA, and it's like a freaking clone supermarket, right? So, and you get to know these guys I know some of the drivers. So because what they do is they have these warehouses in LA where they're just massive clones, and they have drivers that come and take them. So you can order 40 freaking clones. You could fill a room and have a guy bring them right to your house. Um,
Well, I don't know. This year's weird. It's starving. Michigan is still starving right now for cannabis. I mean, stores are the dispensaries, the recreational storefronts. I've still got limited supply, and it's not that great. And usually this time of year, I'm, much like any other person, kind of sweat it a little bit because of the influx of the outdoor.
Right.
Last year, any other year, I usually this time I kind of get stuck with a little bit of extras because there's so much,
Right.
and the
yeah.
patients to do their recreational and they're cashing in on that. So I actually shut down last year this time. I was like, yeah, there's no sense even worrying about it. I'm gonna shut down, clean up. Not worried about it. And then that time came, and the patients were like, "What? Yeah, where
Wait
where you at, man?"
a
And I was
minute.
like, "Oh shit, yeah, shit, man."
Yeah, good
And
luck taking a
I think that's gonna.
vacation.
Well, I think. Yeah, I think. Well, a couple things last year happened. I think there was a little bit of the PM thing that was an issue, and then we had a couple of festivals. I actually thank High Times for a lot of that relief,
Oh,
or at least some, because they had that harvest like
Uh-huh.
farmers festival. It wasn't a cup; it was just more or less people buying booths and setting up and just dumping their outdoor. And right about that time, Ohio and the other states below us was starting to come legal, and it was so close. They just in and across. I mean,
oh
like
yeah.
that day, and it just like seeing that helped ease some of that fall pain as well. But
Yeah.
this year, it's been like I said, everybody's been hurting. I think it's gonna just get sucked up as fast as it gets taken down this year.
I think
So
so. I think
I
a
can
lot of
just
people,
Yeah.
a lot of people here because of the extreme heat and all the fires. I know there's a lot of flour out there with a lot of ash all over it, and not that that's a big problem. It doesn't look that great when that's going on. I don't really think it matters otherwise. But there's a lot of that going on. So a lot of growers out here too, also with their outdoor, had a really tough summer, and couldn't, if they weren't on top of it, they ended up with lots of heat stress. And so a lot of people here too had a rough time. This 2020 hasn't been a terrific year
no,
in
not for a
general.
lot of people.
In general.
So
Well,
I'm quite. I got questions. If like your bud, not necessarily your bud, but if an outdoor does get ashy like that, is that something that can be washed? Is that something that you can like wash in the end, or is it just make it
Yeah.
worse?
We
usually
blow it.
blow it off.
Blow it with a blower and get it, try to get,
That's about
if the flour is super sticky though, that is an issue, but it doesn't really affect the flower. It's ash. It just kind of dissipates. It's not a smoky ash type. It's not been smoked in the smoke, but everywhere in California is smoky. So everybody's dealing with the ash everywhere, pretty much everywhere, especially up north. So
Yeah, it's weird. I actually seen like pictures. You can actually see that smoke from space
yeah,
through the
it's
clouds.
crazy.
I've seen some
Yeah,
pretty
we're
crazy
we're in the
pictures of it. It's
desert, so
horrendous.
we're in the desert, so we sit back where we're at. We're kind of up on a hill, and we're surrounded by mountains, and we can see the fire way out in the mountains.
Yeah, it's really
But
cool.
we're okay; it doesn't touch us.
But
That's
it's
one of
been
the
down.
advantages of being in the desert.
That's got to be an eerie feeling, though. I mean, at night to go out there, roll one up, and just see that
Oh
stuff in the
man!
distance, and go, "Is it end times?"
Oh,
Yeah,
Is
no,
the
we could
end times?
actually lay in bed and see the flame. So yeah,
we're set up kind of cool here, because we got a really good view of the desert floor. We look down at Palm Springs where we're at. So, and the desert is really very, very, very peaceful at night.
yeah, beautiful.
So, what else is going on over there in SoCal? I mean, how has the summer been for you guys, all in all?
It was a really, really freaking hot one for us.
It was hot, and
So-
with the COVID stupid stuff going on, it was hard for our other business, and it put a lot of pressure on Hope Farms to work hard, and it's just crazy because we own a body shop in another part of Southern California, a collision center, and and nobody was driving. That was really hard for the shop, and have to take care of a full staff. So that was hard, and that's going on with a lot of people and a lot of businesses out here. We just it's been a rough summer because of all of the crap that's going on. It's hard to go outside in that heat with the masks on and all that rigor mortis. How's it up there in Michigan? How you guys doing up there?
It's
Staying
been,
safe?
it's been, yeah. It's been just like you say, a little slow going. The one good thing is they do and have been encouraging people from day one to just smoke cannabis here. Stay home and smoke cannabis.
That's
And
funny.
that's a positive thing.
Yeah,
That's happening in California for sure.
no question. No question about it. That's funny.
All right, Eagle. Well, we're up at 4:30, so we got to go to bed.
That's okay. That's okay. I appreciate you guys for popping in and saying hello. Always
I
an
really
honor.
appreciate
More or
you.
less, I appreciate the chance to you guys coming on, and I could say thank you firsthand on that care package you sent because I
Oh, no
loved every
problem.
bit of it, and it definitely helped Alexis out. And I do give you guys a shout out every night. Every night at 4:20,
Ah.
I still shout you guys
There
out.
you go.
Very cool.
So-
You're so cool.
So, you guys grow from seed?
Yeah. Well, I grow from
Basically.
seed and clone myself.
So you're making your own clones?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Of
I've been
course.
doing this for a while. I've been.
Yeah.
So in other words, if I sent you some really cool seeds, you'd use them.
Oh yeah, for sure. For
Cool.
sure.
Cool. I'll you know what? I'll put something together. I have some seed. As a matter of fact, I have some seed of what we have growing right now. So
Of Hope's cookies.
yeah.
Ooh, you're gonna get some of Hope's cookies. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'll ship you some of
Ooh.
those. It's a cross of dog style cookies, and a buddy of mine here bred this breed called Alien Purple Apple, and it's a really cool cross, really cool. The
Very
dog
good.
style cookie was a cup winner way back when, I forget when. It was like a 31%er, so it's really, really
Super
cross.
strong. Was my favorite, one of my faves. Yeah.
You had me at super strong.
I think you got a little of our Mac. I think our Mac, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
It's so nice to see you
It's
again.
a-
I really appreciate the opportunity to re-get out my tag. I got 211 whatever really good followers now after losing 2,600. But you know what? I'm hoping everybody finds me, and anybody that needs anything needs it enough to find me. So I'm sure you will. We're good.
Well, I'll make sure and keep reminding everybody that your Instagram has changed and look for your new account. But you guys don't think you're getting out that easy, do you? You know, you got to leave at least leave me another sound bite. This time you got to tag your episode because I'm using them for commercials these days. It's 183. So if you could,
All
just
right.
kind of give me your sound bite before you go.
All right. Very good. You tell me when. Right now, hey, we just had a great time talking shit with Eagle. Oh, we love to do this. We'll do it once a week with you, buddy.
That's right.
And we'll have a different topic and a different wine to talk about every day. Talking shit with Eagle. Are we gone? No, we're not, are we? All right. Peace out.